David Curtis and Lorwen Nagle, both experienced plein air painters, have joined together to create a program they call Sight and Insight. Each month they present a different theme to help painters compose and complete their work. They offer topics such as Gestalt Principles, deep dive into colour, imagination, perspective, blots, and thinking outside the box. Classes are held online via Zoom and consist of 2 presentations, homework, and 3 critiques. These are all principles that can really help painters do their best work.
David and I started this program about, actually we started working on this about 4 years ago, and it started with the creative process. I am a psychologist by training. I got my PhD in 1985 from the University of Texas in Austin, and then I got a postdoc at Harvard in Boston, Cambridge, in cognitive science. And I have long wanted to be an oil painter. My grandmother was an oil painter, and I grew up with oil painting all my life. And so about 20 years ago, I began to get back into painting. And when I connected up with David doing plein air painting, we both talked about art and about psychology, how you become masterful in painting. And that's the beginning.
Back, and I think it's sort of the phrase thinking outside the box was one of the reasons why we went into the Sight and Insight. And we began with the creative process. We felt that was the most important thing for people. Shouldn't be running away from their own imagination, and shouldn't be running away from beauty or any of the creative processes. Like we just did one on metaphysical toolbox, in which these are different tools such as grids, sight size, people who use their lens of a camera, right down to the lens of the human eye. In that you have Vermeer's camera obscura, so sort of structural things that you might have an aid. Then we went into the natural way of painting as much more of a subtle way of painting, which the approach would be more impressionistic. The right color and the right color value and the right shape of that color in the right place will give you the painting. And last, we did one on blots, and blots are something that have been around. Look at a blot. Use your imagination. What do you see there? What shapes can you pull out? And there's something about that sort of allows for a better composition. But I think the insight into all 3 of these different metaphysical tools that Connie brought to bear in this, I thought was really very enlightening.